Hey guys, now this is encouragement for there might be younger ones like watching this, because this is about defeating the inner ableist. Just ableist is the term of the day, so that's why I'm using it to be more relatable. So wearing this. Go the All Blacks. They won 3 out of 4 of their pool games. And so, looks like they'll be taking on the current defending champions. The people who won, the team that's won 3 out of 9. This is the 10th World Cup. All Blacks won 3, South Africa's won 3. Aussies won 2, England's won 1, and the rest haven't won any. But, yeah. France, been in 3 rugby world. This is not what's supposed to be encouraging, but I'm just why I'm wearing this. France has won 3 rugby. No, France has been in 3 Rugby World Cup finals, but never won it. And if they beat Italy tomorrow, which they will, then New Zealand will come second place out of the 5 teams in our pool, and it's the first 2 that's the top 2 that get put through to the quarterfinals. And our Pool B is if Ireland beat Scotland tomorrow, which they do the majority of the time, then they will win their pool. And South Africa will come... They will win their pool. So we're either going to play Ireland, who, has won 3. Was it 3 out of the last 7 games against us? So they're a hard team now. There was like 28 games we had played them. They never beat us. They played us like 35 times now. They've beat us 4 times. 4 times. They beat us 4 times now. So, anyway, defeating the inner ableist. So I'm showing loyalty to my nation and showing thought about what's going on, because I could have wore the other jersey, because I got 2 of them, one just for test matches, but this one is Rugby World Cup. This was the 2019 jersey. I bought it because I wanted to get this. So 3 times they won it. Okay, it's going to see if it's skill. And I thought if I buy this, that'll mean that I have all the World Cups they won on there, but they lost that World Cup. So I'm not buying this one's jerseys because the jersey, I'm not saying, but inner ableist. And the reason why I let myself do this, because this is actually a symptom of, well, I don't know what I'm officially, but I see certain symptoms of Asperger's in myself, and certain I don't. But I also see certain symptoms of ADHD in me, and some I don't. So here's the thing. An ableist. Because when you're a toddler, you go back there not to play the victim, but you go back there to sometimes something so ingrained in your being that you think you were born that way because you don't remember it. Well, if you go back to when people were toddlers, if you being you doesn't get your needs met, or it displeases the parents, what the toddler does as a means of survival, because it's only a toddler, or doesn't please the older siblings, or whatever the situation is, that toddler learns how to adapt. Now, there's a thing called autistic regression or neurodivergent regression. But I used to think, because they used to say, oh, no, you've lost these abilities. But one thing that I knew was these things that I was doing it. Sorry, I cut onions just before. Was doing it the way that is not natural for me, but is the what's natural for what people call neurotypicals, which means someone who's not on the autism spectrum or doesn't have ADHD or something. And the thing is as a toddler, you will do whatever it is to win the approval of your parents. And so those abilities that I lost, every single one of them, I was doing it by following all the instructions. And I got to the point of exhaustion. I just couldn't do it anymore. And it was like, sometimes I was pushing it at work, but I'd get home and I'd have to find motivation to get up and have a shower and get up and do those things. But once I started doing things in a way that's natural for me and still getting the same results, that wasn't the case anymore. And I was able to implement other changes, not changes, but, I was able to just get back to how I was, but have even more energy. There you go. Because I used to come home, obviously there's only one way that you can go running and work out. There's many ways you can work out, but there's not like a natural way that's natural for me on how to do a push-up or a 2-minute plank. And it's the exact opposite of how someone else naturally does a push-up or a 2-minute plank. You know what I mean? That's not the case. It's not what we're talking about. So, I was always being myself, doing things naturally, working out and stuff. But I got to a point where I was just, couldn't do it anymore. So I started doing things in a way that's natural for me. And what happened? Must be distractions there. Get spirit, because next up I'm going to do a chat that, I thought, it's not much point, but then yet again, it's like, could be a bit risky, and that's the next one. But keeps coming to mind, and I believe in spirit, so yeah. The inner ableist, so then you have to fight the very thought in your mind that you doing things in a way that's natural for you is abnormal, right? That means that you are the problem. Because if the majority of people, what comes, their way of naturally doing things is different to yours, and you're a slim minority, then that means that you're the one in the wrong, because you can't have all these people that are right and you're wrong. But you have to, come to terms with all these different things, right throughout your whole entire life, and how you adapted as a child and how you adapted throughout. And you have to come to a point where you don't view it as wrong, you just view yourself as yourself. And I would say it different because you're different to the majority, but the thing is what's natural for people who have the same things wiring in the brain as me, we're the same, in what way it comes natural to us, we're the same. It's just the personality and our beliefs and our perspectives on life that are different. And that's not a just, it's a big thing, but yeah, you got to beat the inner ableist, because those who got the inner ableist going on, man, they're the ones that are aggressive and angry towards society. That's what it is.